not sure why that cut me off. But, so they broke down and they were very soft to the touch. Alright, so I'm gonna write broke down and they're very soft to the touch. Alright, so I know it was a little bit hard to see, but do you think there was a there was like a difference between the first minute and the 4 minutes? I know it was hard to see for you guys because you weren't physically in person with me. So, but just based off the descriptions that I'm giving you. It's kind of the same, but at 4 minutes, it got so soft where I felt like if I put it in my hands and I crumpled it up, it would all just crumble. Alright? So that's the difference. So when the time keeps moving down and it keeps getting longer and longer and longer, this chalk, whenever I touch it, it feels like it's just gonna crumble. Okay? So keep that in mind. Alright? And when this is breaking down, it's also showing us weathering. Alright? It's just breaking down. It's not going anywhere, because erosion means it goes somewhere. Alright? But this is just disappearing. Disappearing. It's going on the rock a little bit. The rocks are covered in chalk. But it's like the chalk is disappearing almost. Alright, so now we're going to think about it with water. I'm going to put my rocks right back in here. I'm going to take this chalk that I have, these 4 pieces of chalk, put them right over here, and then I'm going to add my trusty dusty water. Alright. Oh, do you hear it? Do you hear this? It's like bubbling up. I don't know if you could hear it, but it's like bubbling up. Alright, so we're going to put the timer on for 1 more minute. And you know what? I'm just going to be here with you for 1 more minute. So, timer, 1 minute, and I'm going to start. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous the water's going to go everywhere. Alright. I want you to really think, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? You think the water might disappear? The chalk might disappear? Maybe the chalk will be fine. Oh man, if I were with you in person, I would make every single person be doing this. This makes you guys getting tired, and it's only been 30 seconds. Ah, here we go, here we go, here we go. Alright, my timer just went off. Oh. You hear that bubbling? I'm hearing a lot of bubbling. Alright, so I'm gonna pour this right back into the water. Ew, gross, gross. Gross, gross water. Alright, the water I now poured back is now green. It is now green and gross, and if I could tip this over and show you, I would without spilling it everywhere. So if you could see in here, let me see, where's my camera? Alright, that is what our chalk looks like, just a little bit. Alright, so our chalk, talk to you a little bit about it. I think that, so look at this. It's not all new. There are a lot of holes in it. And it looks like it eroded a little bit. You know, it looks a little weathered down. All right, doesn't look brand new. It looks like it could crumple up again. But I think this chalk is in better condition than the first one. All right. So with the water, I'm going to say the chalk is not so soft. It's not so soft to touch. All right. I think the water kept it a little bit together, which surprised me. I didn't think that would happen. But we could say it broke down a little bit. I'll say slightly. All right. It broke down slightly. Maybe it doesn't look new anymore. Maybe there's some holes in it. Some holes. All right. This is surprising me. All right. I thought that the water would make the chalk completely disappear, but it's kind of holding it together. I'm a little bit surprised. So now I'm going to add my water back in. My gross looking green water. And I'm going to shake it again. Oh, you know what I also wanted to say? In the water, it looks like, as I was pouring it back in the cup, it looked like there were tiny little pieces of chalk that was going in the water. Tiny, tiny little pieces. Alright, so I want you to think about that too. Alright, but I'm going to leave you here just for a couple minutes, for 4 minutes while I shake this, alright? Come back to me.